My friend disrespected my weight loss journey, so I took back my wedding contributions.
You're about to lose some weight, however much your friend weighs.
Boom! Boom! WIBTAH! Yeah, now holster it. All right, now we're safe. Let's go. My 31 female best friend, 30 female, is getting married May 9th. We've been close for the last 16 years since the 8th grade.
No way.
Recently, she's completely changed her attitude towards me and has been making super snide comments about my weight. By the way, this comes from user numerousad3104, and if you want to submit your stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. So, for background, at the beginning of 2023, I was 250 lbs. My current weight is 154.
Dang.
I have put in the work.
Wow, that's a lot of work.
Because I was absolutely not healthy prior. My asthma was at its worst. Now I barely experience any symptoms, and my knees and back hurt pretty much constantly. Going forward, we will refer to our best friend as Christine. At first, Christine was supportive. She said she would hold me accountable and encourage me to send her gym selfies so she could hype me up. Christine is a plus-sized woman around the same weight as my starting weight. I have never, ever said anything to her about that. She's my best friend, and she's absolutely gorgeous in my eyes. But when I lost the first 50 pounds, something just totally changed in her. She started commenting about starving myself, which I actually eat more food than I have ever before. It's just different than the fast food and etc. from before. Once, while trying on swimsuits, she commented about my saggy belly and reached over and jiggled it. I've had that for quite a while as I'm a mom of 2, and my second, I got very big, so a lot of stretched skin. Also, always been an insecurity of mine. The response to the gym selfies have also changed. Instead of "you got this" and other uplifting comments, it turned into "nice, cool, thumbs up." So I stopped sending them. The vibe felt way off, and after I stopped sending them, she seemed to get better with her attitude towards me. I also completely stopped talking about my weight loss. Beginning in 2024, Christine moved in with her fiance, which makes her 3 hours away now. So we stopped seeing each other as much as we did previously, which was about once a week. We'd be lucky to get together once a month now. At one point, it had been 3 months without seeing each other, and I had gotten down to 175. And as soon as I walked to her at the restaurant, she went from smiling to looking annoyed, looking me up and down. Again, the vibe the entire meal felt so off. She at one point said, "That's what you're ordering?" and rolled her eyes. I let it go. Now, this just happened on Friday. The restaurant scenario happened in July, and I've seen her once since then. I'm obviously now at my lowest weight. I don't know her other bridesmaids, but I am the maid of honor. I've only met her one friend one time prior. I feel this is an important detail because why would anyone defend me is the point. We met up at a bridal shop to pick out our bridesmaid dresses. She's asking for us to go with a specific floral print, but any dress style is fine as long as they're all either short or long. Christine doesn't seem to like anything I've tried on, and every time I come out in a different dress, it's just a bunch of hurtful comments, like "that really accentuates your saggy skin, OMG, someone grab her some Spanx," followed by her and the majority of the other bridesmaids laughing, except for one.
They're all awful. Why are they all behaving so just mean?
I don't know. It's, you know, people get their identities like wrapped up, and then it's like, I don't know. The brain is complex.
It's that, whatchamacallit, the bully mentality where you want to feel good about yourself, and then everyone else is like, "Oh yeah, let's just like all target one person so we can all focus the negativity towards one person."
Yeah, and I'm sure all of her friends have heard like a modified version of reality here, where it's
100%.
like, yeah, she lost all this weight and she's just throwing it in my face, and she thinks she's so cool, and she thinks she's all this and all that, and really it's just OP's friend like projecting.
Yeah.
Some more comments were made, like, "that one hangs off you like a potato sack, no curves, somebody get her a cheeseburger," which is crazy because I do still have curves and I still eat cheeseburgers. In the end, she said the style was up to us, so I picked one that has off-shoulder straps and a small slit, but nothing too scandalous. The part that really upset me was the lunch afterwards. We went to a buffet type place where you put all your ingredients in a bowl and they cook it for you. It's second nature for me now to just get things that I know are still going to keep me satisfied but meet my calorie goals. So instead of noodles, I got rice, chicken, fish, shrimp, a ton of different veggies, and a light sauce. I didn't do the buffet option. I just got the one bowl as well because I knew I wouldn't be able to eat more than just one. The comments about starving myself just came pouring in, as well as look exchanged between her and the other bridesmaids. I, at one point, excused myself to the bathroom and cried while texting my husband. He told me to just come home, so I made up an excuse and left. Yeah, my theory is that all of the bridesmaids are also plus size.
Yeah.
That's my operating theory.
Well, I think that, yeah, it seemed like from their comments stuff.
Yeah. While walking out, the other bridesmaid, who didn't join in on any of the bullying, pulled me aside and asked for my phone number and sent me a ton of screenshots from a group chat I'm not in of her comments just totally making fun of me.
I would drop out of this wedding.
It's time.
I think, yeah. I mean, these people do not like you and are very, very mean. I'd just be like, hey, it's like you're the maid of honor? You're the maid of honor and this is how they're behaving? I'd say, yeah, I'm not going to be in this
Not very honorable.
And if they say, oh, why? You send them back their own text and say, yeah, you don't want me in this wedding.
So all these comments were saying I think I'm better than her because of my weight loss, that there was no point to any of it because my loose skin just makes me look worse, and many, many more of her just tearing apart my body. Mr. Krabs without his shell was one of them. Dang. And that's just coming from someone who's insecure.
So deep,
and
deeply insecure and does not like themselves.
It's really a pathetic move. And they're going to have to look themselves in the mirror and know that that's the kind of person they are.
Yeah.
Which is really more of a
they're
punishment.
They're going to go to bed and realize that they're
a
freaking bully. Yeah.
And one day they'll go, oh, that was, ooh. It's probably like the just sharp moments of like realization, like, I'm a bad person. And then they go, no, actually, she's horrible and ugly.
Mm-hmm.
But they have those moments. Anyway. So all I have to ask is, would I be the a-hole if I just dropped out of the wedding and completely cut her off for all of this? No, you would not. I know with it being 6 months out and me being her maid of honor, I very well could be the a-hole, but I don't know if I can handle 6 more months of this. I don't understand why she's acting this way towards me, but I know this will shake my newfound confidence if I continue to allow these comments. Should I just suck it up and cut her off after the wedding? I know she's been hurting me, but I don't want to hurt her. I love her. 16 years is a long friendship to throw away.
You didn't throw it away.
Any insight is appreciated, and I apologize for the length.
You are not the a-hole. Drop her to this wedding. 6 months is also more than enough time for her to find another maid of honor. She'll be fine.
Yeah.
And also, you're not throwing away the friendship. She is.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. We have some comments here.
Let's read them.
That are relevant. Commenter 1 says, you should have opted out at the dress shop because why in the world would you ever be friends with someone that treats you like this? I am someone who's working out and adjusting my food habits currently, but even before I started that process, my friends always hyped me up, even when I would hate how I looked. I know what it is like to have someone make you feel ugly when you are feeling confident. Don't let those people remain in your life. Return the dress or cancel the order. Drop out of the wedding, and if it were me, I'd be dropping out close to the date or ghosting her just to be petty. OP says, her and I have been through a lot together and we've each gotten each other through a lot. She was there for me through my postpartum depression. I was there for her at the loss of her father, and just a lot of leaning on and uplifting each other. So I tried to just ignore whatever's going on right now to honor that, hoping she'd get the jokes out of her system and go back to being my friend. Commenter 2 says, it's not too late to return that dress, not the a-hole. When she stopped hyping you at the gym, she was no longer a friend. When she started devaluing your hard work by implying that you have an eating disorder and made fun of your post-weight loss body, that was bullying and disgusting. For the record, I'm proud of your weight loss. That's a tremendous accomplishment. If you're interested in dropping an additional 250 pounds overnight, let her know you're no longer interested in being in her wedding or her life because of her behavior and make a clean break.
Mm-hmm.
Did they steal that from you?
Yeah, they freaking stole that.
They stole that from you?
That was my joke.
They stole that from you.
Literally my joke.
I think they're about to steal.
Mm-hmm.
OP responds, the dress honestly looked great on me, and my anniversary with my husband is in May, so I might just keep it, pick it up, and go away with him somewhere to wear it in that weekend. Commenter 3 says, I'm wondering when you complain about her responses to your gym selfies, are you posting or texting these? Do you post about anything else? Her behavior is rude for sure, but I think we all know someone who's been a weight loss journey and doesn't talk or post about anything else. It's exhausting. What a whack comment, honestly. Oh. Not the a-hole, but it might be time to ask yourself if they are jealous of you or if they are just tired of hearing about it. OP's response. No, I actually don't post much of anything at all anymore, unless it's photos of my art or my dog and cat. Most people are shocked when they see me after not seeing me for a while. I'm kind of a hobbit, to be perfectly honest. I posted once about my weight loss when I hit 200 pounds publicly, and I haven't posted anything since. Commenter number 4. The fact that you are the target here is enough for me. You are a text message joke now. They talk crap about you. N to the O to the P to the E. She turned into a jealous person instead of uplifting and encouraging you. You may have been best friends before, but misery loves company. You were her friend because she wanted you to be the ugly one. You are no longer weighed down by her misery any longer. Get rid of her and her baggage. She's a bully and a real piece of work.
That misery business, baby.
Misery business. Reflect on the things and people she used to make fun of. You are no longer that person with her. I can almost guarantee that her husband-to-be made comments about your journey and it pissed her off. You are not the a-hole. You're a healthy goddess. I also went through a weight loss journey, so congratulations. Keep it up and off, girl. Feels good, doesn't it? 70 pounds down here. F the haters. Let's talk about your exit strategy. OP says, it feels so good to walk upstairs and not have to take breaks. Feels even better to be able to sleep through the night and not wake up to asthma attacks. And there's an update.
Yeah, I think you shoot her a little text. Say, hey, not going to be in your wedding.
Yeah.
You know why?
Yeah, for
And
sure
if you
pulling
don't,
out of the wedding.
Here's the reasons.
And, you know, OP's like, but I love her. I don't want to hurt her. So it's like, if you really do want to pull out of the wedding without being like, yeah, then you need to be like, hey, this is clearly not going to work. You know, be empathetic and just be like, I know that you know our dynamic has changed.
Yeah.
I don't think it makes any sense for me to be your maid of honor.
Yeah.
It
doesn't seem like you want.
And you wish them the best
Mm.
and that you're open to talk and yada, yada, yada. And honestly, I think that's an interesting theory from that comment that it's like her fiance might have said something about her weight loss and then it kicked off the
jealousy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, let's get into the update. Okay, as an update, she removed me from the wedding. Nice.
Wow, she did
There we go.
She did the dirty work for you.
Yeah.
She did the deed. I confronted her about it and told her that her comments are upsetting me and not the way that you should be talking to anyone, especially a best friend. She told me that was fine. I no longer needed to be in the wedding. She told me I shouldn't have been so insecure and that if I was happy with my body, her comments wouldn't have affected me anyways. Again, this is just projection. This is just her saying how she feels about herself to you.
That's an insane comment.
She's just boing-flipping her own emotions
crazy.
onto you.
It's my wedding. I'm supposed to be the best looking one there.
Yeah.
It's probably that.
Like, it shouldn't have hurt you. I could have said anything and you would have been fine if you were actually confident.
Yeah, we all know exactly what this is.
Jealousy.
We know. We
Jello
know what
with
it
a
is.
capital C.
Get some PB&J with that jelly.
She also tried to excuse her jokes by saying everyone knows in comedy that it's acceptable to punch up because she's bigger than me. She's basically allowed to say whatever she wants about my body, and it's perfectly fine by her logic. And she wouldn't be saying any of that stuff anyways if I wasn't clearly trying to outshine her at her wedding.
There you go.
Quote unquote. Boom, there it is.
Bingo, called it.
And boom goes the dynamite. I didn't know trying to improve my health had anything to do with her or her wedding, but I guess it does. That's pretty much it. She told me I can attend as a guest, but that's definitely not happening at all.
Don't go.
But by the way, do you know what is happening every day, all the time? We are adding more episodes with stories like this on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts. Just search OK Storytime, and now you have 51 consecutive days, which is
that's
over
another day.
1,224 hours
Dang,
of story
man.
for you to spend your time listening
For
to.
you to peruse your little
perusish.
your ear holes.
Go on a little Perusian cruise.
Perusian cruise.
Perusian cruise.
Man, oh man. But yeah, I mean, she took herself out, so
Yep.
that's something.
The trash takes itself out. I am now debating if I would be the a-hole if I cancel all reservations under my name for her bachelorette party, which is more of a bachelorette trip and is taking place in Vegas. The hotel is under my card, so I feel like I should cancel it since I'm no longer going to be attending anyways. We have a reservation under my name as well to Hey Kitchen. It would be super petty, I am aware of that, but I don't feel like I should be paying for anything anymore, and I'm sure she expects me to keep every single reservation. Yeah.
I think you shoot her a text and you say, hey, taking all my reservations up.
Yeah.
Just let her know.
Heads up, canceling all my reservations,
Yeah.
so you're going to have to fix that.
Yeah. And then like whatever she says, like block her or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Do not disturb. Don't look at those texts.
Yeah, honestly, like after her being like, well, if you really loved yourself, my comments wouldn't have affected you. I think at that point I'd be like, all right, well, let's see if me canceling all your reservations affects your wedding.
Yeah, figure it out.
Well, maybe if you were a little more organized, me canceling wouldn't have affected
Maybe
you.
if you weren't such an a-hole, I wouldn't have canceled them.
Yeah. We do have some relevant comments here to finish it off. Commenter says, not the a-hole, cancel them all. What she said was malicious and awful and shows what rot she has in her soul. She's festered with the scarlet rot. Shout out all my Elden Ring heads for that one. I just text her, I'm not coming to the wedding and I'm canceling all reservations under my name. Good luck. If they damage a hotel room under your name, you are liable. You literally have to cancel to keep them from being liable in a lawsuit. OP says, good point. I'm going to cancel it all right now. Will the bride or the other bridesmaids have issues with rebooking everything that OP has canceled? OP says they won't have any problem rebooking. There are still rooms available and still reservations available for the end of April at Kitchen. I've canceled them both. Maybe it does make me an a-hole. No, it doesn't. But I gave a heads up to a bridesmaid and got a very lovely message from the bride. I paid for half the hotel already. Canceling got me my money back. I don't feel bad for canceling after her nasty messages either.
I got a very lovely message. Was that sarcasm?
I imagine it was.
Because I was really confused for a second. I was like, what? I think it was sarcasm.
Here's the message right here. Quote, wow, I cannot believe that you would cancel every reservation for the bachelorette trip. That is so messed up. What is wrong with ya? What if we can't get it all rebooked? Getting skinny really has gone to that bird brain of yours.
Oh my God.
I take back allowing you to attend as a guest. You don't deserve that anymore since clearly you can't even go through with the gifts that you had promised. I know I've made the right decision now. I can't wait to hear about your inevitable divorce. Lose weight to keep a man, and it's just going to blow back in your face. I really hope he cheats on you with a plus-sized woman. Have the life you deserve. I'm no longer involved in it. Dang, and the trash took itself out.
And there she goes.
This is
Bye.
Veruca Salt
Yeah.
as a person. That was a Veruca Salt. Well, I see that you can't even keep your promises with the gifts that you said you were going to give me after she literally verbally destroyed you. She expects you to just
and then
throw money at her?
Again. Shocking. Wonder why you're not getting your bachelorette paid for.
Yeah.
Let's
would
use
just send
our
her,
Yukon OP's brain, bird brain. Let's use your brain. Seems like it's the size of a pea.
Yes. I canceled after I double checked that there was more than enough rooms available to accommodate them. The price is higher now, but only around $30 total, it seems. I informed one of the bridesmaids and got a nasty message from the bride about it, so she definitely expected me to still pay, which is absurd. I would have left Hell's Kitchen, but they require a card to hold the reservation, and there isn't anything to stop them from charging the card on file. I've never eaten there. I don't know if it works that way, but I didn't want to risk it. How many bridesmaids are at the wedding? There are 4 bridesmaids, says OP. Commenter 3, I'm so sorry that someone is being so hateful to you. You don't deserve it. You deserve peace, health, and supportive friends. Thank goodness it sounds like your husband has your back. If I were in your shoes, I'd go no contact to preserve my sanity, and I hope you find healing going forward. OP says my husband is my rock. OP's husband is Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Crazy. I don't know what I'd do without him. We had a rough patch in 2023, and after I canceled the reservations for the hotel and dinner in Vegas, both attached to my credit card with half down for the hotel already taken, she sent me a nasty message throwing that rough patch in my face. The trip for my bachelorette party isn't until the last weekend in April. I did it and told them about it immediately. They have ample time to rebook, but she felt it necessary to tell me my husband will divorce me and I only lost weight to keep him, and it'll blow up in my face, and she hopes he cheats on me with a plus-size woman. I can't believe this has been her all along. And that is the end of that story.